Joining us right now, we're getting live reaction for the MPP for Nepean. Tyler Watt has called into the show. What do you think of that?
Hi, Christy. Thank you for having me. I'm quite disappointed, to be honest. The flood damage doesn't end at an arbitrary line created by this government. It doesn't make any sense to me that a select few are able to apply. And listen, I'm not telling the government to hand out checks to people. I just want everyone who's been impacted by this flooding to have the opportunity to apply for help.
What do you think of the neighborhoods that have been selected? And I mean, what neighborhoods do you think that are sort of getting passed over here?
Well, you listed them off, right? And a big concern of mine is Bell's Corners. That's in my writing. There are hundreds and hundreds of families and people who have reached out, who have been impacted by it. I'm looking at the map that we just know of people who have been impacted, and the area that the government has selected is a sliver. That doesn't seem very fair to me.
What do you intend to do about it?
Well, I've written another open letter today, the one that I wrote with my colleagues and city councillors after Canada Day, I believe, initiated this conversation with the government to start the DRAO program. But today I wrote another open letter to Minister Flack, Dunlop, and the Premier, expressing my disappointment in the very selective nature of which areas have been approved here. So I believe with enough public pressure on them, we will get them to open up the application process for everyone who's been affected, and we can allow them to actually go through that process with the government to determine who qualifies for assistance.
Okay, I'm chatting right now with Tyler Watt, who is the Liberal MPP for Nepean, and he is pushing on the government to expand its disaster relief program to more residents, because we know a lot of these communities where the basements were flooded and people are still cleaning up are not going to be able to apply. Now, I'll agree with you, Tyler Watt. It's just obvious. It's an objective fact that this does not even come close to touching the number of people that are impacted. But some of our listeners are of the mind that it shouldn't, that this government program should not be available to everyone. I just got this talk back from Mickey. Take a listen, then we'll get your reaction.
Do people not understand that it's not the city or the province's responsibility to protect your home from disasters? It is your insurance company. So get off this. You're disappointed with the city. You're disappointed with the province. You should be disappointed with your friggin' insurance company, period.
I'll get your reaction to that, Tyler Watt.
Listen, I believe in hard work and personal responsibility, but we all pay taxes into a system because none of us know what's going to come next. Today, it's flood relief. Tomorrow, it could be cancer treatment, a house fire, or an ambulance ride. And when your neighbor loses everything in a natural disaster, you help them. That is not weakness. That is the point of living in a society. That's being Canadian. And by the way, it's not lost on me that we listened to a Protect Ontario ad right before this conversation, which is costing taxpayers millions of dollars. That man has a great point in we need to deal with insurance companies. But the phone has been off the hook today at my constituency office. People are being denied left and right by their insurance companies. There are flood premiums that people have to pay into. And I have one person who called in today saying that she has to declare bankruptcy because of the cost that has incurred on her with this flood impact. And again, I don't think it's weakness to stand up and help our neighbors when they're in need.
I agree with you that, of course, it's a homeowner's responsibility to protect their property, to make sure that they're doing everything right to prevent a flood and then to clean it up when one does occur. But I'll point out, like you did, that a lot of people took that responsibility very seriously, and they already spent thousands of dollars on flood prevention measures. They've got a backflow valve. They've got one sump pump or two sump pumps. The city's sewer system was that overwhelmed. There was nowhere for the water to go, and it came up. So yes, it's their responsibility, but a lot of people did what they could. And I'll also point out that it's called the Disaster Recovery Assistance Program. It's for disasters, as the name would suggest.
Exactly. And I'd like to point out too, with the DRAO program, you have to go through your insurance company first. So this program is there to help for those where that situation is not actually assisting them. People are doing everything they can right now. People are still without power in some places, without hot water. Their basements are still covered in sewage and flood. And it's up to us to help people get through this.
Thank you so much for the time today.
My pleasure. Thank you, Christy.
Tyler Watt, who is the Liberal MPP for Nepean, pushing on the government, saying that they need to expand this program.